What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Malt Frazier, and I'm back at y'all with another Alabama post-game reaction video. The Alabama Crimson Tide get a massive victory over the Georgia Bulldogs last night. Went into Athens, Georgia, and it was a straight-up home invasion, ladies and gentlemen. We went in there, we took what we wanted, and we left before they could do something about it. Because it was a close game, but great victory for Alabama. One thing that I loved is the quick start. We got off to a really hot start early on, and that's important going on the road. We got 90,000 people screaming at us, hating us, and it was us against the world, man. We went in there. Not a lot of people predicted us to win, and we came out with that winner mentality, that killer mentality. The first drive, offense came out there, double digit plays. Went all the way down the field, and we had an opportunity to really get that quick lead going with the deep pass to Ryan Williams. But he still got to get these drops together. But even after that, team overcame that early oops, and we went down the field. I think about 15 plays and scored a touchdown. And then the defense, they had got us a couple quick stops to start the game, and the offense got the ball on that second drive and another double-digit drive, right? And in the first quarter, we were 8 for 8 on third downs, which is unreal execution, right? Like, we were prepared, we executed really well, and we tired out the defense. That's mentally exhausting for the defense and physically exhausting. We kept them on the field a long time. We dominated the time of possession in the first half. And not only that, we actually finished the drives. Like, that's a key part. We were dominating the game in the first half, but you got to finish drives. And so for us to get that 14-0 lead to start, big confidence boost, and things are rolling. After that, Georgia started to settle in the game a little bit. They scored a big play touchdown to make it 14-7. And our defensive coordinator, Kane Womack, Alabama, kind of put that touchdown on him. We went zero coverage in the middle of the field, about close to the 50-yard line, and we don't have any safety help. We kind of left our DB out to dry there, and so we let them kind of get back in the game, get some momentum, and from there it's on. Now we got a game, right? And I thought our offense and overall as a team, we really responded really well in general, but particularly in the first half. You get off to such a hot start, you want it to mean something. You want to go into halftime with a lead, feeling good about yourself, and we know we were getting the ball, so it's a chance to really kind of step on our opponent. I thought that it was important to capitalize and keeping a double-digit lead going into halftime, so that early start truly meant something. And then when we get to the second half, I'm sitting here thinking, we get the ball back. It's 24-14. Let's go down here. Let's put another long drive together and really tire it and gas this defense out and get some points. A touchdown, obviously ideal in that scenario. You make it a 3-score game. But we go down, we move the ball a little bit, we kick the field goal, and my goodness, man. I mean, the kicker shanked this kick so bad, man. I mean, he might have got closer if he tried to miss it, like literally. So that was kind of pitiful, but we gave them the ball back, and we're in a game. They ended up cutting the lead down to 3, so we had it 24-21, and then we're in a real grind. And honestly, I got to give the coaching staff a lot of credit because I didn't agree with some of the things we did late in the game, but they worked out, and so that's why they get paid the big dollars. Shout out to Coach DeBoer, Coach Grubb, even Coach Womack on the defensive side, because we finished the game strong. But there's a couple scenarios like in the second half, fourth quarter, we really struggled putting drives together. We moved the ball a little bit, but we didn't finish drives. We weren't threatening to score. And so for me, looking at our defense, I wasn't feeling that confident in them in the second half just because we're giving up so many big runs. We really struggled setting the edge. They had a lot of outside runs that just kind of went for 20-plus yards, even some 40-plus yard runs. And so we gave up way too many big plays in the run game. And I was a little concerned about that. UGA was going to keep being stubborn about running the football, and they were looking physically dominant at times. But our defense responded, man. We made a big play on a fourth down to get our guys the ball back. Georgia decided not to go for the tie late in the game, and that allowed us to get the ball back and put the game away. So, and in particular, there was this one scenario that I really thought we should have went for it. We had a 3rd and 7, and we had passed UGA's. We're in UGA territory, and for me, the defense is looking a little, they not breaking, but they bending, right? So for me, I'm like, man, we got a chance to put this game away. Let's go ahead, go for the win, get out of here. So for me, on that 3rd and 7, I'm looking at it like we got 2 plays. We get some yards on 3rd down and get our best play in there for 4th down, and we go and end this thing. We decide to punt it. We didn't get yards on 3rd down. We decided to punt it and back Georgia up in their territory. And they got out of their territory. They moved the ball up pretty well. They were moving downfield, and eventually our defense just kind of stuck their feet in the ground, and they got to stop. So I loved the response. I wasn't overly excited about the circumstances, but man, this team showed a lot of grit, showed a lot of hunger, and they showed the ability to show up in front of them bright lights. A lot of people get a little, it's like a kryptonite. They just something about the big moment. You saw Georgia; they had a layup of a touchdown that could have been the deciding score in the game at the end of the game. They had the same play we had with Ryan Williams at the beginning of the game: wide open receiver downfield, a layup of a catch, instant touchdown, and he dropped it, just straight up dropped it. So sometimes putting guys in a situation to succeed isn't enough. They got to go out there and get it done. And, our guys went out there and got it done, man. In the SEC, it really is survive and advance. And, while it wasn't the sexiest second half of football for Bama, I thought it was, it was great to see, like, look, man, we can get the job done when everything isn't perfect. When the circumstances, aren't ideal, we can still go in there and make something shake. So this was a big win for us for a lot of reasons. It keeps us alive in the college football playoff race and the SEC race, but also the perception of our program, right? Like, a lot of people thought we were coming into this game and, they thought they seen blood in the water, right? Like, everybody think Bama was sweet going into this game. And, our quarterback, Tysimpson, love this kid, man. He's really turning into a great player, but a really awesome leader. Like, seeing him lead the team out before the game, talk about it's Alabama versus the world, and just seeing them kind of take on that mentality. I think that's a recipe for success, and it's awesome, right? Like, this game reminded me a lot of 2015. That year we played Georgia, I think our 4th game of the season. Early in the season, this was the same thing. We played them our 4th game, and in 2015, Alabama had an early season loss against Ole Miss. And it was a disgusting loss, right? Like, we had 5 turnovers, some of them unprovoked. We got guys bumping into each other and dropping the ball, like, unreal. And so, you turn the page after that game and you're kind of like, man, like, where do we go from here? Because you're like, surely it can't be worse than that. And so our Florida State game this year, it was a pretty bad L. It was a lot of things to not like on tape after that game, and a lot of question marks about this team. And so far, man, they have really just responded incredibly well to that game. And I think it's made us a closer team. And sometimes you need that. A loss, if you use it the right way, you can gain back everything you lost if you approach that loss with the right mentality, I say. So that's what this team looks like. And in 2015, it was us against the world. Everybody had us getting packed out in Georgia, right? And we went in there. It was raining. Absolutely dominated them. I mean, we put up 40-something points on them, and, it was the start of a championship run. So, hey, if history repeats itself, we're looking at the same thing here with this game. So I was very impressed, just going into a road environment and beating a dominant team. Like, Georgia is a really good team, one of the best teams that will play all year. And, this should be a big confidence boost, but we also got to see if we learned our lesson. Last year we beat Georgia. It was a big game, right? And everybody's got all these questions about Kalen DeBoer. What are things going to look like post Saban? And we came out first half, absolutely stepped on Georgia, right? I mean, stepped on them so good. I mean, we having a party in the second half, and here comes Georgia. They came back, almost had one of the greatest comebacks in college football that game. And then Jalen Milroe and Ryan Williams, put their mark on that rivalry, and we came out with the win. And but as a fan base, as a team, seemed like we kind of kicked our feet up after that. And we had Vanderbilt the next week and went in there sleepwalking and they tuned us up. So now it's time to like see, have we truly learned our lesson? We got a great victory. Should feel great about it. Enjoy it. 24-hour rule, and then we got to go on to the next one because every week we got to play like it's our Super Bowl. That desperation we had against Georgia, we got to take that and carry it over to other games. This is a great step, but we got a long way to go. Long season, but we're headed in the right direction for sure. Something I wanted to touch on for sure was our offensive coordinator, Ryan Grubb. He called a masterful game yesterday. We threw the ball to an offensive tackle, Caden Proctor, on a screen, and he ran it 10 plus yards, almost scored a touchdown. I ain't seen that play in all of my time watching football, and the fourth down play to end the game for us, we had a little bootleg to the right, really nice pass to Jan Miller, and Jan Miller did a great job of getting down in bounds so that we could milk the clock and get out of there. But, I thought he just called a great game, got Isaiah Horton involved, and Ty Simpson and Isaiah Horton have some really good chemistry, as you can see. They were 7-on-7 teammates in high school, and they're carrying over that chemistry the last couple of weeks. I mean, number one's been getting rolling, and I think he's going to be really big for us as the season progresses. We know Jeremy Bernard is probably our most consistent receiver. Ryan Williams is, sometimes good, sometimes not. Hopefully he can figure that out because I think he can really be that X factor player that other teams don't have an answer for. But he's got to get out his head. He got to get them hands right. And, I mean, he got to get his routes looking better too. I wasn't overly impressed with his route running, but Ryan Williams made some good plays in there as well. Helped us win this game too. So really just wanted to focus on Ryan Grubb right there though, because we ran the ball. It wasn't a huge run game, but we didn't have a lot of big time success running the ball, but we ran the ball good in spots. I thought Kevin Riley did a pretty good job running hard. Jan Miller first game back, but he made some plays, particularly catching the ball as well. And a lot of playmakers making plays. I think we had 8 different guys catch the ball. Really a lot of good, quarterback play from Ty Simpson. And shout out to Lassier Brooks, the true freshman, number 17. I mean, he has been making some really big catches the last few weeks, but I thought he made a couple nice grabs. One in the first half, caught the ball, middle of the field, tough catch, and took a nice pop from 2 players and got up, and made sure he hung onto the ball. And then in the second half, we had this nice little screenplay where looked like he's going to get about 5 or 6 yards and get tackled, and then somehow he squirts out of there, breaks a tackle, takes it upfield, another 20 yards. I mean, just a beast of a run, playing hard, playing tough, coming from a true freshman, man. So shout out to Lassier Brooks. Josh Cuevas, man, I saw him make some tremendous blocks that were critical to allow Ty Simpson a little bit more time in the pocket or to extend the play and make a play. So, I thought offense, man, we got a lot of things to be excited about. And just number 15, baby, Ty Simpson. This dude is really coming into his own, really just becoming that Alabama quarterback that I'm sure he dreamed of being, right? So he's making great decisions. He's not turning the ball over. He did a really good job of going through his reads, but also, throwing a really accurate football and not forcing anything, right? He did a great job improvising, extending plays as well. So Ty Simpson, man, just keep it up, man. Love watching you play this year. It's been awesome. So offense, man, shout out to those guys. And on the defensive side, Brayson Hubbard, man, this dude is a beast out there. That forced fumble was huge. We were able to turn his forced fumble into a field goal in the first half, which kind of kept us afloat as far as the momentum goes, right? Like Georgia was starting to kind of creep their way back in a little bit, and we kind of took the air out the building with that forced fumble and score to keep the lead double digits. The defense, it wasn't a great performance. Like, I don't like how much Georgia ran the ball on us, and we got to fix that fast because we're going to be going against these triple option teams that are going to be trying to trick us. And if we can't set the edge properly, it's going to be a problem. So we got to clean that up. And especially the defensive coordinator, man, like, you got to put your guys in a situation where they can succeed. We know he took the blame for that first touchdown and basically didn't, put them in the best position. So got to clean it up ASAP. Like, I'm still a little one foot in, one foot out on our defensive coordinator a little bit. So still want to see us improve there and make some more strides because our front seven, man, it needs work. I think our best players on defense are in the secondary, and Georgia only had 130 passing yards, so we gave up a big play, but overall, like, we're not really worried about that against them. It's the run game that we got to stop. So we got a lot to clean up, but again, a game like this, you get out of there with the victory. That's what it's about. So, man, shout out to the Alabama Crimson Tide. Let me know what y'all thought of the game last night. Huge primetime game, Alabama, Georgia in Athens, but the Crimson Tide, we do what we do, baby. That tide gonna roll. When we come in town, you know what time it is. You bet against Bama, you're not feeling comfortable with your bet. You know what I'm saying? So great win. We're gonna enjoy it for 24 hours, and then it's on to Vanderbilt. So, hey, salute to y'all. Let me know what y'all thought about the college football weekend in the comments, and what y'all thought about Alabama's showing in Athens, baby. Roll Tide. Y'all have a good NFL Sunday. Malt Frazier out. Peace.